What would you do if your partner's idea of a joke nearly ended both of your lives? In today's story, my choice to walk away was a masterclass in self-respect, and it all started with a single, thoughtless act on a quiet country road. The past couple of hours have been absolutely insane. Before I get into the update, I want to clear a few things up. I've seen some people suggesting this story is fake or just rage bait. Honestly, I wish it were, but I genuinely needed to hear some outside opinions on what happened. Some people also mentioned I might have anger issues. That's not true at all. I am a calm person, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to laugh and giggle through dangerously stupid behavior. I never snapped at her like this before, but in the heat of that moment, I couldn't hold back. The crash itself happened at around 40 miles per hour. We were on a country road, and if I had swerved into the other lane, I could have hit an oncoming car head-on. We could have been killed. The whole thing started because of the tickling. I had told my now ex, let's call her Chloe, about 3 months into our relationship that I have a serious issue with being tickled due to some childhood trauma. As many people pointed out, I wasn't dating the sharpest tool in the shed, and it took me a while to realize it, so maybe I'm a bit dumb as well. I also think I might have misused the term ghosting. In my mind, when I told Chloe to get out of my house right after the accident, that was a pretty clear signal that our relationship was over. After reading through nearly all the comments, I decided to send Chloe a message, telling her we needed to meet face to face. Some had suggested I should file a lawsuit, but she's still in university and her parents are already struggling to support her. She pulled an insanely dumb stunt. Yes, but I don't want to punish her parents for her actions. The car is being fixed, and I can afford the repairs without it causing me major financial trouble. Still, I took screenshots of all her messages, just in case things were to escalate and I needed proof. We met at a coffee shop. She was already there when I arrived, and she looked like she had been crying for days, but seeing her didn't change my mind in the slightest. What truly shocked me was that the moment she saw me, she leaned in to kiss me, as if absolutely nothing had happened. This single action revealed Chloe's most dangerous flaw, a complete inability to grasp the consequences of her actions, which had not only destroyed a car but had now shattered any lingering hope for our relationship. I stopped her right there and told her we needed to have a serious conversation. I laid it all out. I explained that my anger wasn't about the car. It was about her complete disrespect for my boundaries and her failure to think for even a single second about what could happen. As one commenter put it, boundary issues aside, tickling someone while they're operating a vehicle is just ridiculous and stupid. I told her that a boundary is a boundary, regardless of the reason, and someone who violates it doesn't get to demand a justification. I also brought up the fact that her best friend had come banging on my door, making demands. This led me to ask Chloe if she had even told her friend the truth about what happened. She admitted she'd only told her friend that we'd had a small car crash and that I was pissed at her about it. Hearing that made me feel so disappointed, but I forced myself to remain calm. I told her she needed to tell her friends and family the real story. She immediately got defensive, raising her voice and accusing me of calling her a liar. This kicked off a 15-minute argument where I had to repeatedly explain that the crash was entirely her fault and that she had put both of our lives at risk. When the argument died down, I asked her if she finally understood where we stood. Her response floored me. Yep, 100%, she said with a nod. Can we go home now? It was in this moment, with that single question, that Chloe demonstrated she had learned nothing. It wasn't just a mistake. It was a fundamental aspect of her character. She was incapable of taking true accountability for her actions. I was honestly shocked. There is no we anymore, Chloe, I told her. There's no way we can get back together after this. I suggested she try to be more careful and considerate with her future partner. That's when the tears started. She was crying, shaking, and begging me to reconsider, but I just can't look at her the same way again. I explained one last time that this wasn't a small mistake. It was a willfully stupid decision that an adult should never make, one that could have been deadly. She just insisted I was exaggerating. This back and forth eventually led to her accusing me of using the accident as an excuse to break up because there was someone else. I shut that down immediately. I told her she was being too selfish to even realize that she had shattered my trust and was disrespecting me all over again with that accusation. I left the coffee shop feeling like I had been talking to a brick wall. But at least I could say I tried to have a real conversation. As another commenter wisely noted, it sounds like nothing was really registering with her. It's one thing to make a mistake and be apologetic, but she wasn't going to learn anything from this. About an hour later, her mom texted me asking what had happened. I told her everything, from beginning to end. I made it clear that I didn't want any money from them. The only thing I asked was for Chloe to keep her distance from me. Her mother was incredibly gracious. She apologized for her daughter's behavior and wished me all the best. As for Chloe's friend, it seems she just took it upon herself to come to my house without even checking with Chloe first, trying to be the main character in someone else's story. Right now, as I'm getting ready for work, I can finally say my chest doesn't feel heavy anymore. I feel a sense of peace. I came here to get some perspective, and I'm grateful for the help in navigating this bizarre situation. This whole ordeal drove home a critical lesson. A relationship cannot survive without mutual respect and accountability. When someone shows you they are incapable of understanding the weight of their actions, especially when those actions endanger you, believing them is the greatest respect you can show yourself. So, I'll ask you, when is a partner's mistake so great that it becomes unforgivable? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.